Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, the steering committee of the Campaign Vietnamese People Will Retire Using Vietnamese Girls, the Tinh province reported the results of the first 6 months of 2023 on July 31st. Mr. Nguyễn Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the Bronze Party Committee and head of the steering committee of the Campaign Vietnamese People, give priority to using Vietnamese girls, as well as Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of the Bronze People Committee, were present and chaired the meeting. The steering committee of the Campaign Vietnamese People give priority to using Vietnamese girls, focus on propaganda and advocacy in the first 6 months of the year to raise awareness, orientation and habits for people to have a sense and favor for using Vietnamese girls. The branches and members of the Bronze Steering Committee and the Steering Committee 389 improve coordination in anti-counterfeiting and counterfeit goods, imitation goods, poor and quality goods, and unsafe food inspection and supervision. Furthermore, assisting enterprise in participating in activities coordinating trade promotion, product consumption, and assisting enterprise in promoting, distributing, and consuming products and goods, as well as expanding markets. Assisting enterprise in registering for the using a planting area course for agricultural products for export and implement CAPRA's traceability software. Delegate at the conference focused on discussing, pointing out limitation and shortcoming and proposing solution and key tasks to successfully implement the campaign in the final 6 months of 2023. Concluding speak, Mr. Nguyễn Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the Bronze Party Committee, head of the Bronze Steering Committee, suggested that the members of the Steering Committee continue to promote the thorough understanding and propaganda of the campaign content, review and supplement action plan and program laws reality, organize promotional activity, introduce products, promulgate mechanism and condition to support enterprise to promote production, business and product promotion and consumption, strengthen inspection and supervision. The crop structure in Tinh has slightly changed in the direction of concentration, forming specialized production areas associated with the market, processing industry and export after final implementation of the scheme on agricultural restructuring toward increasing added value.
In the period of 2017 to 2022, the total area of crops conversion in the province is more than 40,000 hectares, primarily from efficient crops such as rice, sugarcane, and rubber, 2% so high-value fruit-free such as dairy and pomelo, jackfruit, and annual crops such as corn, cassava, vegetables of all kinds, raising the value of products obtained on cultivated land to 106 million Vietnam dong per hectare, up to 12.9% from 2017. The agriculture sector has supported more than 120 GAP-certified establishments covering a total area of more than 9,000 hectares, the largest of which is fruit-free covering an area of more than 1,800 hectares. In the province, the proportion of area using advanced and water-saving irrigation reached for 30%, a 17% increase from 2017. So far, 247 manufacturing facilities have installed CAPRA's electronic traceability software.
The Bronze People Committee recently issued a document requesting professional branches to strengthen state management, thoroughly address shortcomings and limitations, and prevent long-term law violation in the field of environmental protection. The Bronze People Committee specifically requested that relevant levels and sectors strengthen inspection and examination of the observance of the provision of the law on environmental protection during the operation of investment project, production and business unit, and establishment with high polluting capacity and large-scale discharge, strengthen inspection and fight against environmental problems, and focus on subjects with a high risk curve causing environmental damage. The Bronzo People Committee also requires all levels and branches to guide business in completing environmental and water resources procedures that are missing or inconsistent with regulation, maintaining and promoting the fitness of the whole line, and receiving and processing information relating and making recommendations on environmental pollution in the province, and expanding the whole system to district and commune levels in order to detect and promptly address environmental pollution. In order to expand and supervise the quality and safety of food and packaging of manufacturing and processing enterprise that support wheat start to the China market on July 31st, this special team under the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development to expand the start processing facilities in the city.
The delegation visited Xuân Hồng Import-Export Processing Company Limited in Thanh Tân Commune, Danh Dự One Member Limited Liability Company in Tân Bình Commune, and Tiếng Dương Tây Ninh One Member Limited Liability Company located in Bình Minh Commune of Tây Ninh City. All establishments provide adequate documentation pertaining to the field of production and business. Some establishments, however, continue to lack certain procedures such as expired certificate of eligibility of food safety. Product labels have not been changed in accordance with the new regulations. The delegation reminds the establishments that from now until the end of February of 2024, they must make detailed changes to their labels in accordance with the new regulations. For testing, the team collected star samples for each facility.
On July 31st, at the Islam Mosque in Ward 1, Tây Ninh City, the Tây Ninh Province Journalists Association collaborated with the Ward 1 Party Committee to organize gifts for CHAM students in difficult circumstances. School bag, books, school tour, and 5 health insurance cards were among the 20 gifts distributed. The Tây Ninh Journalists Association campaign Tây Ninh Home Decoration Company has donated a number of gifts. According to journalist Nguyễn Standing, Vice Chairman of the Bronzo Journalists Association, this is a regular social activity of the province to contribute to the implementation of social security work, take care of the lives of the weak and ethnic minorities.
On July the 31st, Goyao District Steering Committee for the Implementation of Social Insurance and Health Insurance Policies held a conference to review the implementation of the social insurance policies in the district. In the first 6 months of 2023, the number of people participating in compulsory social insurance is 28,400, down to 1,200 people over the same period, and the number of people participating in voluntary social insurance is 500 people, a decrease to 35 people compared to the same period. The number of people participating in health insurance was only 141,500 people, increased to 2,200 people over the same period. According to the assessment, the number of people participating in voluntary social insurance is low in some communes when compared to the plan, and the rate of health insurance coverage increases slowly. After meeting the new rural commune standard, the target of people participating in health insurance is reduced in communes because more people buy health insurance cards that are only valid for just 3 months and are not purchased in the last months of the year to qualify for the new rural commune standard. The Goyao District Steering Committee proposed to the District People's Committee to continue directing agencies, departments, and the people committees of communes and townships to mobilize relatives of car civil servants, public employees, and the people, laborers, and workers in the district to participate in voluntary social insurance and household health insurance.
Tây Ninh currently has 20 border communes that meet the rural standard, with the majority of Khmer ethnic people living in 13 communes with nearly 2,400 households and nearly 10,000 people. Tây Ninh has determined that promoting socio-economic development in border communes is one of the key tasks and top priorities in recent years, contributing to border security, hunger eradication, and poverty reduction, and building a broader peace and friendship. Hoa Hiệp Commune District is one of the typical bright spots of new rural construction in the border. Being recognized as the new rural standing communes in 2019, the facility, transport infrastructure, healthcare, and education have been robustly invested, and the economic life of the Khmer people has gradually stabilized. People are the production labor, gradually developing the economy. Average income is 200 million Vietnam đồng per household per year. Thanks to the local government and the party, the state care about the people. One is to build a road, the other to build a school with a dispensary for reality, so that sick people can easily go to medical examination and treatment. And the children and grandchildren can study, so people are more and more stable in their lives. It's one of the rare investment boarding schools. Hòa Hiệp Middle School currently has 418 students, with nearly 30% of which are children of ethnic minorities. Overcoming this difficulty, teachers and students of Hòa Hiệp Middle School last year strive to achieve many achievements. Last school year, her school won for a outstanding student in the cultural district round, two rounds for outstanding student in the province round in culture, and a district championship and 10 district, and bronze medal in gold, silver, and bronze. Yes, my ambition is to become a teacher and teach students in Hòa Hiệp more about letter and number, so that the country has more talented people. Its family, a student of the Khmer ethnic group in Hòa Hiệp, has its own circumstance. On the life in border area is still full of deprivation and difficulties. They all have a spirit of overcoming difficulties, always trying every day in last with teacher and pursue their dream, contributing to the renewal of life in this borderland. All communes where Khmer people live today are new rural communes. Inland communication has been completed, and especially for an important criterion of irrigation and disaster prevention, electrical problem, information communication, problem in residential housing, and solving labor problem. Then all of our 71 by 71 communes have met this criteria on average. Each commune in the province has reached 17.5 out of 19 criteria already. TayNinhTV province has a border that is approximately 240 kilometers long. One of the most important tasks in the region is socio-economic development, rapid and sustainable poverty reduction, gradually closing the gap in living standard, and improving the lives of ethnic minority. One of the province's major policy is to promote ethnic minority, control identity, maintain political security, and consolidate it and strengthen the race unity bloc of the entire nation, particularly strengthening propaganda and dissemination of party and state policy toward ethnic minority, particularly the policy of building new rural areas, propagating policy that bring many benefits to the people, viewing the people as the subject, the beneficiaries. Ladies and gentlemen, recently tour to nature, separate from the brow and bustle of everyday life, experience or aspect of life, also known as healing tourism, have been chosen by many people, especially the group of family guests and family with many generations, account for 85%.
Hong families have just had a trip in Lạc Dương district of Đà Lạt City, come back to Ho Chi Minh City and camping, cooking, enjoying food by the stream, spending the time chatting with family members in a private space close to nature is a very special experience for the first time in her family. In the afternoon, when I went there, my family didn't know that the signal was lost. All the unfinished work has no longer been available to continue anymore. I think in the bridge of having luck. And when I have a problem in my work, I will slow down a bit. I will have the time to think more clearly and have time to interact with my children and my husband also. When I travel to experience, I tend to go to younger places. Usually the cost is a bit lower. When I travel to a resort, I tend to go to a place where it is quieter. Usually the service price as well as the hotel price will be a bit more expensive. The good thing is that it makes me rest more, can enjoy the peaceful moment, more peace with the family. Faced with the pressure of the modern life, the people often tend to find a peaceful and peaceful destination. Healing tourism is also on the front because of that. And the feeling of getting out of pressure, immersing yourself in the beautiful scenery, and help many people find positive energy from these trips. In addition, the shared destination at some tourist destinations also becomes spiritual fulcrums, a place for the people to balance the body and mind and to seek true happiness.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.